This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Yo. If you're not here, you're right here. If you here, you here. I don't know what I'm saying.
I'm not sure if that makes sense. But
I don't compute that.
What's good? How are you? How's everybody doing? My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Seb.
And this is That One Piece Talk. And you know that's where we talk One Piece. I'm not going to yell it out this time.
Why not? They like it when you yell, man.
Nah, man. I'm hyped enough all the time.
Say it with your chest.
So, what's up, everybody? How are you? This is That One Piece Talk, episode 47, and we will be discussing One Piece chapter 1048. I hope you're all doing well at home. Seb, tell us who's in the live chat so far.
Yeah, man, we got Onion, Peter Keenan, OG, Aaron Tate, Michael Katsandia. Oh, man, I probably did that.
That was hard to pronounce.
Terrible. I probably said that wrong. Monkey D. Sasuke, Tariq, Kiwan, Chris, Trick, Willie White, Renzo Benzo, Jaheim, Par's in the chat.
Yo, Par. Sorry.
Shane Adams, Kevin Salinas, Javian, Grimjaw, Luis. There's so many of y'all, man. Asked Elm, Roanoke Chris, Jordan, just so many, man. We really appreciate y'all being here.
Hey, thank you so much for being here, guys. I really do appreciate it. We appreciate it, and it's exciting to have everybody in the chat. I hope you're enjoying the preview music. We had to change it a little bit for the last track just to match it, but I hope it's a better experience for you all. Anyway, let's get to the announcements. So, YouTube, Sebastian's Theory video has been doing pretty well, and I just want to thank everybody for that. I decided to change our channel a little bit, so all the clips that you usually see from our episodes are no longer going to be uploaded to our main channel. Our second channel, which is in the description, if you guys can follow it, that would help. But we will be posting clips there from now on, and we're going to be leaving our episodes in a variety of whatever Sebastian or Lawrence decides to do, or even myself, to upload there, so it's not continue repetitive like content, you know what I'm saying? For Discord, we just finished round 3 of the Davy Back Championship fights. There has been some intense debates, and the next fight will probably be our most intense one yet. So make sure you cast your votes this Wednesday within the Discord. Apple and Spotify, hey, whoever's listening to us while you're driving to work or working out or doing whatever you're doing, you guys keep going up, and I just want to say I appreciate it. Arigato. If you want to support us, if you would like to support us, do it through word of mouth or financially by becoming members or subscribers, or even buying our merch at thatonepiecetalk.com/merch. You could do so by going to the description of this video and clicking on the links. Literally, all the links in this description of this video is where you can support us in any single way. So thank you if you decide to do so. Other than that, we'll finish up this sponsor real quick. So Marv, can you take it away so we can get this out the way?
That's not what they want to hear.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Have you been struggling lately? Maybe you're having trouble sleeping, difficulty with a relationship, or just struggling from low self-esteem. Listen, I've been there. We've been there. If so, then today's BetterHelp wants to help you. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Talk to your therapist in a private, online environment at your own convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire, simple as that, to help assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with the therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule a secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages and everything you share is completely confidential. I happened to sign up at one point regarding my confidence issues. Next thing you know, my confidence issues are not issues anymore. I'm doing pretty well in that area. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Special offer goes out to all that One Piece Talk listeners. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/TOPT. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TOPT. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. Are we back, Marv?
I think we're right. I think we're back.
I never know because the screen doesn't play I can't see it. I have to look at Sebastian. All right. Anyway, let's get into the One Piece chapter 1048 questions, gentlemen. You ready?
Let's go. Let's go.
You ready, Lawrence?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, your nibbles are hard, dog. So I know you're ready, bro. No, I'm joking. All right. All right.
I think
so
you're excited. I'm sorry.
cover story. Our cover story features an injured Cracker and a worrisome Brûlé. It seems Brûlé is alerting Cracker that Ichiji and Reiju have arrived. How did you feel about the Germa and Cracker still being hurt? And we'll go with Law.
That one shot from Luffy did damage, apparently.
Yo, it's like 2 months later, bro.
Nah, this is like same time. No.
No.
Yeah, this isn't happening live. This is happening. This is like a flashback.
Bro, Perospiro's not there.
Yo, even if he left.
Yo, Oven's not there.
Yo.
Oh, Oven's there.
Yeah.
But Fuku. What's his name? Daifuku.
Daifuku?
He's not there either.
Listen, they might have boarded a ship. They just might not be around at the time. But, like, Big Mom was there. You get what I'm saying? Like, she hooked off in this cover story.
Did she?
Yeah, she hooked off.
When?
Y'all don't remember this.
No.
What?
I mean, it was also a flashback when that happened too, but it's still recent. It's still like this isn't happening now. You get what I'm saying? This happened. At least that was my interpretation. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping.
You're saying this is before Big Mom came to Wano?
Yeah, like this is when she left.
Yeah, I don't think you're right, bro. Yo, check the chat, bro. Check the chat, bro. I'm pretty sure they know.
Maybe
what
I'm
they saying?
tripping.
They saying you tripping?
If they can check for us, because
they saying you tripping, bro. You tripping? Because if I remember correctly, Big Mom wasn't in that cover story.
If there was a cover story showing Big Mom was
she punched them in the face.
I do remember
the cover
that.
Story.
I do remember Big Mom.
Like that happened. I'm not tripping.
Yeah, I think you're tripping. All right. Anyway, how do you guys feel? Lawrence, go, bro.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay. I mean, we kind of expected this, like, that at least they would come to save their brothers, like, you know. So we don't know exactly what's happening, as in like if they rescue them or not, because this is where we're leading to. But Cracker being damaged from it, seeing Sebastian saying, bring it to light that it was happening then. He needs to get his durability up, man. Like that's all I gotta say. Especially if you're gonna be fighting, like you're part of the main strong people. Like, how are you this week with taking attacks?
Yeah,
like it's just crazy because you're like your whole body's practically wrapped up, and Luffy just hit you in the gut. Yeah, he said you flying, so you probably flew into some crazy debris.
I mean, Luffy ain't even really hit him. He just sucked him in and then blew him out, and he flew across the whole island.
He compacted him first. Like he sucked him in and was like compacting on his face.
Hey yo!
And
what is he Cracker even thinking about? What is that? His hair getting cut off?
So me and Sebastian were talking about it when we met up, and we were like, "Yo, is that like an exclamation point?"
It is.
So he doesn't look like he's excited or like whatever.
Hey.
Thank you. But yeah.
What?
Are you done, Long?
Yeah.
All right. What was the super chat?
The super chat was from Trick. It says, that's totally Katrina and not Brûlé. Also, Big Mom was the one who took out the brothers. Yeah, bro, I'm telling y'all. Like, they didn't give an exact time frame, but Big Mom punched Ichiji and Niji.
Oh.
Right? Or Ichiji and Yanji, right? Mm-hmm. Or is it Niji and Yanji? I don't know. Niji and Yanji. And then, like, they are pinned up. And then she left, and now they're dealing with it. But, like, that hasn't been, like... 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I mean, maybe it is, but I don't think it is.
But hold on, though. Yeah, so Big Mom may have took out the brothers, but the rescuing is happening now.
Yeah.
So that means
you think they waited 3? Dude, if they were on Wano, they left from Whole Cake Island, got to Wano. They've been on Wano for 2 weeks plus. You think they waited till now? Like, I mean, I guess as long as they waited until Big Mom left.
Let's move
But
forward.
Big Mom ain't.
Yo, Trick, thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, Trick.
This confusion doesn't need to last this long.
But Trick's super chat was about the the
Yeah.
cover story. So it's
Yeah.
about. Do you guys think that that's Katrina Devon, like the one from the Blackbeard Pirates, instead of Brûlé, and they're tricking Cracker here?
Nah.
I don't think so either. I do still have hopes that that's not Reiju and Ichiji, because why would you silhouette them in this way?
It has to be
And
really.
tease
She's actually in the mirror. Like I don't see she's like using her ability mid.
Yeah, she
Yeah, I
was
don't-
using her ability.
Trick might be tripping with that being Katrina
Unless
Devon.
Katrina could just start using other people's abilities.
That would be
But-
wild.
Yo, it might be possible.
I mean,
might be possible, yo.
Par agree with me.
Yeah.
I put a poll up in the chat too. 53%.
Yo,
says
can you
pass.
go, bro?
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Are you done?
I'm done.
All right. So I'm glad that it wasn't 2 months later, because like Cracker would have looked mad soft. One. Also, two, did you notice that he's eating a biscuit? Like, does
Is he?
he
I
can
didn't
just
notice
eat
that.
his own biscuits?
Luffy
Yeah,
was
why not?
eating his biscuits.
Yeah, but like,
That sounds
why would you
weird.
eat your own? You know what I'm saying?
That's mass
It's
food
kinda
supply,
weird,
bro.
bro.
What you mean? Why not?
Is
I mean,
it
I
weird?
get it, but it's like not even chocolate. Like,
But he's not
anything.
made out of biscuit. He's made because like if Dawkins was eating mochi, his own mochi, that's just weird because that's like you.
Yo, doesn't he eat mochi donuts?
But that's not. He's not like
How you know he not making? Where those donuts come from, bro?
because
He
that's not
built
him.
the mochi house.
Because Cracker's not made out of biscuits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all I'm
Dogtooth
saying
is
there's a lot of
made out of
weird
mochi.
stuff going on with Big Mom's crew, bro. But anyway, regardless, it's nice to see that it is Ichiji and Reiju, because it's kind of confusing that they are not supposed to have emotions, such as like Ichiji, but he's willing to go back and get his brothers. Maybe for just firepower for the Germa. He's like, yo, that would be a loss of strength. But it's weird.
But they all got except for Sanji. But they all seem to get along. Like they didn't hate each other. You know?
No, but the point is, the reason
Yeah.
why they took away their emotions is because they don't have to
the
feel
fear.
those things.
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? But I was definitely disappointed because I wanted like this to be the Blackbeard Pirates for sure.
It still could be, man.
It
There's
could be.
there's no
It could be.
reason for him to do that silhouette if it's just gonna be
Because we saw
Yeah.
4, right? And this is only 2.
Yeah.
So
for what?
4 silhouetted for that look like the black.
Oh, that was
Oh,
like
that was-
deeper.
yeah,
We're
but
talking about
that-
the silhouette with the feet. The feet
That
was,
was,
that was
super.
clearly-
That
that
was
was-
super hypothetical.
Yeah,
bro.
that was
like
like-
that was just us grasping at shadows.
yeah, man.
But overall, next question. So, chapter starts off with Momonosuke yelling at Luffy about how he can't move Onigashima. So, Momo, through his doubt, decides to headbutt the island out of frustration. Luffy is still grabbing Kaido to punch him with his giant fist. Kaido tells Luffy that he won't move, so he can let go. Then Kaido goes into a Susano'o type form and yells out, "Flame Dragon Torch," causing him to increase in size and temperature. Kaido tells Luffy that his fist will melt, but Luffy remembers something with Hyoguro, teaching him Ryo, and tells Kaido he doesn't need to touch him. Luffy tells Kaido again, "I'm going to knock you all the way down to the bottom of hell," and then they clash. How did you guys feel about everything that went on in the beginning of this chapter? Seb?
So Momo headbutting the island was so funny to me because like I don't know why it was funny, but it's like clearly that's not helping. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like he's clearly going through it and struggling, and like he has this huge responsibility, and he's not coping with it well. So it's not supposed to be funny, but when I was like, he just smashes it. It's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, how is that gonna help, bro? Beyond that, I did like the callback to Hyoguro teaching Luffy Ryo because it was like a huge focal point of like what happened in Wano and like on Udon, and like I feel like since Conqueror's Haki has been shown, it hasn't gotten like much credence or much like references to it at all. But Kaido's attack, bro. Kaido just continues to impress, bro. Like, and I didn't notice, like you pointed out it's a Susanoo. I didn't notice that until somebody pointed out to us on the Discord, like that there's like a Kaido in there, and he surrounded himself in flame, but it's like an exoskeleton of flame dragon. And I was like, yo, man, like the dude just continues to whip out stuff from his bag. Like, it's so dope. And he like burnt Luffy, and Luffy like is still being hurt by it. Like, so he's not completely flame resistant that we thought he was. And I just really thought the artwork on that panel of Kaido as the dragon and then them clashing just really cool. It just really, really, really cool. And even then, it like showed Luffy like struggling, like as soon as they made impact. And Kaido looked like he's trying to like eat Luffy's fist. So we'll see where this goes. But I did enjoy that a lot. I did.
All right. What about you, Law?
I enjoyed it as well. Like, and it's interesting with the Momo thing, is because we're seeing how much he's struggling with utilizing. Granted, it's not a real ability, but struggling because we don't really see that much, except for like beginning with Luffy when he was a
What
kid.
real ability? What are you talking about?
Because like Momo's is imitation.
Oh,
yeah.
you're talking about Momo. Okay.
Yeah, Momo's an imitation. Because like usually when we see people when they get their ability, they kind of like. Not saying that they're masters already, they're not, but they kind of use it freely as if like they had it for a while. Like, you know, when going back to Enel's lobby, when Kaku and Khalifa still got their ability, they kind of seem like they were already fluent with it and they just got it. Sabo, when he got the fire fruit, just getting fluent with it, right? Momo's struggling with here where we don't normally see. Like the last time we seen that, what I call is like Luffy when he had the rubber because he couldn't like balance out the stretch, you know, and that was a kid. Momo's a kid too, but like just using it, so we don't really see it that much. So it's like a struggle that one using his ability is like it's kind of like refreshing because like all right, as soon as you get the ability, you're automatically Hawks, you know. Yeah. You have to grow with your ability. But granted, it's also like that Momo's an imitation ability, so it could be that's why he's struggling, or just like he's too young to be using this, you know. And he looks like he's trying to push it, like headbutting it. Because I'm looking at his the little dinosaur arms trying to grab it. So he's trying to push it with all his might, as like because he's like giving up on using the flame crowns because he just can't do it. And honestly, I'm hyped about Luffy's punch here because I don't know if you guys noticed this. When we first seen it, it just looked like a giant fist, right? But check out what he's doing with it.
It's like retracting in the same way.
Like Gear 4. So remember we thought like it looks like we're finally getting what we wanted, the mixed gears. Because not only is it bigger than Gear 3, right? But we see it retracting like it does with Gear 4, so that we could think of it did like, and also with that size too, he blew up his muscles as well. So not only the bones and the muscles. So this right here is about to be like a ridiculously strong, like Luffy's strongest attack or punch yet, because this has the bigger than size of Gear 3, right, in mass and in bones, but also with an even greater destructive power of Gear 4 because it's retracting into him like Gear 4 and Snake Man, like all Luffy's Gear 4s with Bound Man and Snake Man do. So we haven't plus that, and now we already see he's coated with Haki Hardening and with Rio, and he better be using Conquerors, because why would you stop doing that? So all that combined, like the destructive power with this attack is going to be phenomenal, right? And I'm hyped that Kaido because, one, yeah, we still didn't get his awakening, but who knew he would have a transformation or a form like this where you just engulf yourself with this immense flame? Because so far this is the hottest flame that he's whipped out himself. Because we've seen him hit Luffy straight on with the blast breath, right? It affected Luffy somewhat, but just that little touch from Luffy's hand, we see him, it completely burned his hand, you know? Like Luffy had to let go, whatever, but before, with his whole body getting burned with the blast breath, Luffy said want to endure it, you know? So it's like this hottest flame and they cover your body with it. Like, how could you, it shows that like, you can't really be touched. It made me think of like close to Magellan's. The acid with the poison. Kaido has like certainly he has a level of that with fire of his own. With now like you can't even get close to him, so you have to have the advanced Haki to even touch him in this form if that's even strong enough to affect him. So that's dope with that clash. It's I liked it a lot. Like you said, Kaido keeps progressing. So imagine like what he's gonna do with his awakened form and like you know. So it's just dope. Kaido's showing something that he's not saying unbeatable, but like going close to that stage. Like, what does it take to actually put you down? Like, beat you. If you just keep whipping out stuff like this, how strong are you? What else do you have in your arsenal that, are you really invincible? Because you say that you are, but now the more you're fighting him, it's like, yo, this dude might really be. You know? Like, damn. Like, what the heck? But yeah.
For me, it was dope. I think the artwork was just crazy. You know, just seeing everything as it is. Like, I was just so impressed, especially when Kaido went into this mode. I started to think, like, is this his awakening? Like, I think that's questionable, right? Like, we should think, like, is this his awakening?
Yes,
or is it not? Is it just, like, a new technique? Because if so, then, like, does he still have more in the bag?
Right?
Like, what are we doing at this point? Kaido, like, you really fighting down to your competition this hard? Because if so, like, he could have been whipped this out. Like, he was taking blows against, like, Yamato and, like, bleeding from her. Yet he was just like, yo, like, I'm still good. Like, I can take over this fight at any point. And he's been able to do that to anybody.
Yeah.
And it's like now we're seeing this different type of Kaido, and I love it, man. I love when Kaido goes above and beyond, because this is the type of monstrous power I also expected from Big Mom, which I think she's probably going to be saved for Elbaf if we go there, and she's going to have her types of, like this is like, why didn't she do this before? Like she could have did it, you know what I'm saying? Which I hope happens.
Yeah.
But it was definitely great to see that hockey's still a factor.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, when Luffy was grabbing Kaido, he was able to manipulate the physics of Kaido, himself, right? Because of his devil fruit.
Yeah.
It got to a point where Kaido not only increased his devil fruit prowess, he also increased his haki as well, to the point Luffy could no longer change the physics of him. So it goes to show.
My bad. No, go ahead.
So it goes to show that his heat also contains some type of will inside of it as well, to the point where Luffy can't manipulate it. And I love that. I love seeing that hockey is always still the end game to it.
There was one piece I wanted to bring out that I forgot to bring out earlier. I like that little nod that Kaido made to Odin boiling in reference to this attack. Like, Odin withstood the heat. Can you kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do like that too, just the symmetry between the two.
Yeah, and then just seeing like how you said he's, Luffy's retracting, it's basically like a King Kong gun, but in Gear 5.
What did he call it?
We'll give it to it. Yeah, there's going to be something to it.
Hey.
Who's the super chat from before we move to our next question?
It's from KJ.
KJ, bro.
KJ said,
I'm going to fight you, bro. What do you say?
KJ said, I think Kaido's able to do a lot of transformation because he's an Oni. I think since he's Oni, a demon, he's able to manipulate his Zoan fruit. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, that's true too. It's just, how much can he manipulate it?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what's an awakening at this point for Zoans? Because we know Luffy's is Gear 5, right? But like, what's Kaido's? I can't picture it. Like, he's gonna turn into Shenron and start making wishes. Like, he's gonna start making wishes.
He start granting wishes?
Like,
Yo, it'd be so crazy.
What do you think about the Oni thing, Lawrence?
I don't know if that would grant him special abilities to manipulate the fruit more than he should, but it's just, I think it adds to like his why it's so hard to kill him. He can't die, 'Cause I was gonna tell Alana about before. Like, you think about it, right? So right now, I guess Oni's looking like the strongest species, maybe in.
I mean, there is no confirmation to that.
Yeah, there's not.
That was just what Kaido said, right?
Yeah,
and that he is
Kaido
one.
could
Like,
be
that's
wrong.
kind of
'Cause I was
biased.
thinking about why Kaido can't die and why he's so strong. Because like this dude.
Listen, they talk about giants more than they talk about Onis. You feel me?
That is true.
Yo, Giants be getting washed though.
They do.
Yeah.
But they ain't saying, yo, Onis, bro, you better watch out if you ever meet one.
But okay, I mean, I'm cutting you off again. But like, that also speaks to the fact that like there aren't that many Onis. It seems like they're an extinct race.
Damn, I wonder why they're extinct.
But you can say things about Lunarians.
Right.
Lunarians, yeah.
So that's the thing. So are you gonna give like these races got targeted and eliminated?
Yeah. Like
The
these,
Giants is
Lunarians-
still out here thriving.
Yeah, because
So
it looks like they're gonna get rid of the threats.
They're not trying to replicate more Onis.
how do you don't know that?
Even what's the name? Moria. He wanted ores,
Yeah, I mean,
right? Because of like their physical capabilities.
Technically, he's a giant, so.
he's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be the reason why. I tend to think
Are you
it's
gonna just keep cutting Lawrence off, or
I
are you
thought
gonna
he
let
was
him answer?
done. Are you done? Are you not done?
I was
my
gonna just
fault?
say like pretty much what I still
My
talked
fault?
about done is that his race, dang it, now you made me lose my train of thought. His race, that he's a Conqueror's user and a Zohan ability user, right? All this adds to like, because you know how we already know if you're a Conqueror, you're already hard to put down. It's like you don't. It takes a lot to put you down, and then also that you're a superior race. Like we already saw that fishmen were 100 times stronger than humans, and it keeps going up. Like with Lunarians, and then now you're also a Zohan user. So all this, and then now with his form level, it's like Kaido can't be touched. It's just
Listen, it's considerable, man. He may be top 5 all time, and it's not. It's not like a guess. It's like we still don't know if he's reached his top limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's still doing all of this.
I would like to see Kaido, like either one against going all out. I'm talking whipping out everything against.
It would have to
Gold
be against
Roger
Crown
or
Whitebeard.
Whitebeard.
It has
yeah.
to be against Whitebeard. I think that would be the best clash.
Yeah.
If he does it against somebody like Roger, like I feel like Roger would wipe him. You know what I'm saying?
Wipe? Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Wipe is crazy.
We talking about hockey, man. Like that's a different
Yo,
discussion.
but he's up there with that too.
Yo, but again, this is a different. This is a different conversation.
I feel you.
Yeah, it's a different conversation.
There's one thing I want to point out before we move on. Chris pointed out that he is going to be granting wishes like Omega Shenron because of the lanterns that we'll talk about later in this chapter.
Yo, you know what's crazier too? I was watching DBZ and I started to notice that you know how Shenron like grants wishes and like everybody wanted immortality. Mm-hmm. Well, it looks like Oda just took that idea and made the dragon immortal.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty much.
All right, next question.
That's funny.
So next we go into a flashback showing the Scabbards escaping after Odin had them jump off his back. Kaido apparently didn't know the whole time that Odin had a kid and decided to go take care of him himself. Toki, like, why did you do that?
No, because that makes no sense.
All right. Did you read the chapter?
No, go ahead.
Okay, because that happened.
No, I know that. But
okay.
It is going right now. It makes sense. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Lawrence noticing plot holes live action.
Yeah, I did.
He was like, yo, that got put into simple terms. Toki is officially confirmed dead, and no one else escaped from Odin Castle. The Kozuki have been wiped out, they said. Then we see Orochi tell the daimyos of Kibi, Hakumai, Ringo, and Udon that they either join or go to war. So, they go to war. How did you feel about all this, Seb? And then we'll go to Law.
I thought it was really cool, man. Honestly, like I love seeing these older samurai go to war with Kaido because it reminds me of how dumb Odin was to make the decision that he made instead of just fighting him. Cause like if he would have just rounded them all up from jump and fought, yo, they might really have won. And like maybe they would have lost, but like he really could have just won. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's just part of the tragedy of it. I did have one question. Who do y'all think that the dude unsheathing the blade is?
All right, so from what I noticed, there's a river that changes the landscape of Wano into 6 regions, right? Mm-hmm. So it's the Kibi, the Kuri, the Hakumai, the Ringo, and the Udon, and then the flower capital. Odin went into Kuri, which was lawless, and became the daimyo of Kuri. So there was already 5. And then I guess whoever was, what do they call the flower capital guy? Like Orochi, what is he?
Hiroguro?
The Shogun.
The Shogun. So the Shogun is the guy of the flower capital, which rules all of Wano overall. Mm-hmm. So my question is Odin, when he stopped being the daimyo and was dancing for those 5 years, was he still the daimyo or was he not?
He was still the daimyo of Kuri.
Okay, so then that just might be a samurai just unsheathing his sword at that point.
It could be any one of them.
Because I seen what Parvision said about it being the Tengu mask guy that was with Otama when he makes like the swords. It's supposed to be him. He might be, but that doesn't make sense because all of the daimyos are there already.
Yeah.
And like the only one that wasn't there was Odin, and he just got burnt alive. So like that Tengu guy would have to take the position of Kuri right after Odin died. But as we've seen, this all happens right after Odin dies. So there was literally nobody. Mm-hmm.
The only person I can think of is because I tried matching up the
sheath, like the
sheath,
sword,
the
hilt,
the hilt.
yeah.
It looks like Hiroguro's hilt because he has one identical to that. But I'm not fully convinced it's Hirogu because why would Oda hide his face? Because we do know Hirogu did fight, but granted, I don't know if it was like because Kaido said they ambushed him eventually, and no, because that happened already because he apologized. So it can't be Hirogu.
It's too late in the game for us to have these foreshadows of characters that are supposed to be in Wano. You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm a little mixed up because I thought it was that Shinosuke guy with the fox.
No, that was him there, I believe.
Yeah, it's looking like it might be this guy from Ringo.
No, but again, all the daimyo are accounted for.
So then, but I'm thinking like, I feel like Oda's hiding his face for a reason. That's the only reason. Because all of their faces are shown, right? All the daimyo, except his. And then also, too, when we saw people sitting at the table, right, in the flashback, I looked when not all the daimyo's faces are hidden. Like, these 3 are all shown, except there's someone being blocked on purpose. Like, even if you scroll down that chapter, there's an exclamation point blocking his face. And then
Do
there's
you know
word
what chapter
bubbles.
this is?
Oh man,
Me and Leonardo
we'd
just
have to
looking
check.
All right, so let's not overcomplicate this.
I'm gonna make mine quick because
this
it
is
is
gonna
wild.
be like One Piece madness in a second.
It is One Piece madness, but my guess was Fujitora. Yeah.
Larry's face.
Why not? Why not? He looked like he from Wano, man.
Anyway, yeah. So for me, I thought it was cool. I think anytime we see a little bit, it worries me a bit that we keep getting flashbacks of only these moments instead of the flashback of Kaido in his younger days.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think, what are we getting from Kaido now? Is his story meant to go back to his childhood and to the Rocks Pirates, or are we just going to see the main focus of his journey, which was in Wano? Because, like, that's what it's starting to look like. It doesn't look like we're going to the Rocks Pirates like we all wanted. I think we're going to just consider these flashbacks of Odin and these flashbacks of Kaido as just Kaido's flashback. And that kind of blows because I don't want that. I don't want that to appease me because I'm not going to be appeased.
So
I'm going to be irritated.
I get what you're saying here, but I will say that this flashback was more focused on the Orochi side here.
But
so like this
what I'm saying
wouldn't be
is
that,
the collection
you know what I
of everybody's flashbacks during these moments in Wano are going to be Kaido's overall flashback. I'm scared of that happening at this point.
Yeah.
Because now we're in the end game, right? Like, let's say like Luffy and Kaido actually finish the fight, like this time around, and like Kaido's knocked out. Do we get that flashback? When are we supposed to get that flashback? After he gets knocked out?
We could. I doubt it.
Yeah.
Listen, man, Kishimoto was famous for his flashbacks, bro, and they always came before the character was about to get knocked out. So it's up in the air still, but it's looking like we're not gonna get that flashback. But yeah, next question.
No, the reason why I had made that look, I just want to explain, is where when you said it, because I didn't realize it until you said it, or said Kaido is realizing Odin has a son. When Odin lost, he seen his son. Remember when he pretended to be Odin's son and hit him back in the head? Momo was showing right there.
I mean,
and it just hit me right now. I was like, wait, hold on. That doesn't make sense.
Kaido
to me.
was a little groggy in that moment. he was kind of hurt. But I feel you. I think she said father, right? And like this
father.
lady has that knowledge and Kaido don't.
Yo, so Oda don't be wrong, huh?
See, the only way I can think of, right?
Oh, sad we got that on tape.
Because the only thing we can think of, right, is that because Kaido apologized. In the heat of battle, he just swung, like he came after and then realized afterwards.
We could probably just be like, he probably thought it was a random little kid.
Yeah, that, or he
That's
could have thought Momo was a girl.
You got a daughter too? No, it's not.
He was wearing pink. He was like, that was a son? I don't know, man.
Yeah, but anyway, that is a plot hole so far. I didn't notice that. Good point out, Lauren. Next, we see Kaido destroying the daimyos and the further alliance that they scraped together. Orochi started snatching up all the young men to become slaves for the next 20 years. He then turns all of Wano into an industrial camp of weapon factories, hence killing all crops, ruining the drinking water, and furthering the reducing of the asking for help since the borders were to remain closed. Then we come back to the present to see that Orochi is going to kill Hiyori, only for Denjiro to show up and take his head off after 20 plus chapters. Sheesh. Then we see Luffy and Kaido ready to go all out. How did you guys feel about this, Law?
So this is what we're talking about. We're actually seeing Orochi be the full-on, stepping forward, being the villain. Because we see him like he's hiding behind Kaido and everything. But when we talk about like who would he punch in the face, or who would he kill off, or who was worse between Spanum and all that stuff. Now we're seeing it, what we weren't getting before. Like now it's just like, nah, yeah.
Listen, I told y'all from the jump, bro. But keep going, Lawrence.
Still Spanum.
Yeah, so now we're seeing it here, like pretty much from from Orochi, and this goes back to what Master was saying before. Is like now we kind of wish we would have saw what happened, all of them at their full strength, if Odin didn't just choose. Because I know Odin said he would make the same decision. He was given that decision twice, like that same choice. He would do it again, right? But we seeing how they're willing to fight now. give them the choice to choose for themselves if they would want to fight. Because if they're fighting this hard now, they would have fought back then. Because they're saying, like, what would be the alternative? Like, if they known, right, we either fight now or live 20 years as slaves. They're ready to give up their lives, right? Because they're going through it right now. None of them even want to live another second in this. So all of them would have chose to fight with Odin back then. You would have had Hirogo stronger in his prime, and you would have had all the daimyo with you and all the samurai, right? On your back with you fighting all this. Instead of going through this 20 years through this, now they're just hoping to thinking if someone's going to come or not. So now we're seeing what they went through, that Odin's chase is like, was this the right choice? Because ultimately they would probably say no, they would have fought. You know, like the samurai here, it was like, Odin, you didn't make the right choice. You didn't tell us. Because nobody knew. The only person that knew was Kaido, Orochi, and Odin. You know? So if Odin would have given them that choice, they would have chose for themselves not to live those 20 years as slaves and ruining the country of Wano, people dying, whatever. They would have chose to fight and see where that goes. Because they would have probably had a closer chance to winning because it would have been a younger Kaido as well. Yeah. And finally, like we kind of saw this coming with Denjiro taking off Orochi's head. Like, it's just, like you said, what we really wanted is, take that sword to Toki and Toki do it, but I don't think she's a swordsman.
She said Toki.
Hiyori do it, but I don't think she's a swordsman. But this finally, Orochi is fully dead now, and he's been alive way too long. So,
Word.
Yeah.
All right. You done, Law?
And just going back where they didn't see it yet, but going back to like we see it rising up towards Luffy and
the flame lanterns.
Yeah.
Seb?
I'll try to make this quick. I really did like the flashback in general. Showing the torment that the Wano people have been going through this whole time. Like you need that before you get the climax. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I like that they put that in there and that they put it in the chapter that was the end of Orochi. I mean, this is One Piece. Who knows if he's actually dead? But is that his last? Is that all 8?
Yeah.
Is that all 8? That's all
should
8
be,
of them?
That should be.
I didn't go back and read. Is that all 8?
I mean, I'm sure he could grow more.
I don't know.
Was the 9 Scabbards, right?
Then
cut him.
They wasn't all 9 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna be real. Don't count that. He can grow more back if he
beyond
needs
that, I did like the parallel between like Orochi and Kaido both being on fire. I did like, I'm a Denjiro guy. I like him being the guy that came through, saved the day. You know what I mean? That's my guy right there. Don't care that he was gone 20 plus chapters, like you alluded to earlier. He back when it mattered most. And I did like how this is like the replica of him killing her earlier in the arc, like for Orochi. Now he's killing Orochi for her, and like it's like he did the same pose. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. And just the flame lanterns, man. It just that little added touch. I wish Orochi would go away and like his head just got cut off. Like I like that. So and also Hiyori like realizing that it was really over. You know what I mean? Like this dude's been like tormenting, like he killed her dad, and like has been tormenting the whole civilization that she lives in and stuff for so long, and like she's like, it happened. Like I've dedicated my life to this moment, and it's just happening now. I like that.
I just wanted to add. I just realized something. Orochi and Hiyori, Momo and Kaido. I just realized that was their two. Like Hiyori's villain was Orochi, and Momo's was Kaido. I didn't realize that. Like the two children offspring of Odin, and they're both obviously Odins, but they kind of paired off. Like Momo's fight was against Kaido. Hiyori's fight was against Orochi. I just realized that.
Yeah. When I was looking at this chapter, I said, man, this chapter really would be great animated. Everything that was leading from the top to the middle to the ending really was just like, here's the nice showing of what's happening, here's the build-up, and then here's, where you're going to get your satisfying moment at. And I feel like if you're animating this episode, you don't really need filler. You just need to add to the greatness that's already there. So I really like this chapter. When it's kind of like a pull to have Denjiro come out of nowhere 20 plus chapters later, because we should at least seen him at one point to see what he was doing, because it's kind of like he's being used as a plot device to make this grand gesture that's seemingly poetic, and we all knew it was going to happen, but it was kind of like out of nowhere, even though we knew it was going to happen at the same time. I think Oda missed this landing on that part, where I think he made up for the landing with the Sky Lanterns. the Sky Lanterns were the focus of this chapter in a sense, where it gave you those extra feels. And like I said, like Orochi, man, like he been terrible, bro. Just because we couldn't see it doesn't mean that it wasn't happening. Because when you look at it, for 20 plus years of your life, kids who were born from 1 to 20 knew nothing but suffering.
Yeah.
Nothing but, they never knew clean water, they never knew food. There's a reason why these hanging ropes, you know what I'm saying? The lynch ropes were literally hanging off these trees and being shown in a panel by themselves, because this is the type of lifestyle that they were living for 20 years. So I get that Spandam was terrible, but like, bro, Orochi is way worse, and it's not close.
Listen, bro.
And then
Spandam.
I think at the end of it too, just seeing Luffy and Kaido about to literally outwill each other was the perfect ending too. And, you know, we didn't even talk about Luffy's fist, but at the end of it, Luffy does a giant fist, and then he calls it the Hanuman monkey god, Bajaran. And there's one thing I wanted to point out, because I know you guys missed it too to mention it, but it's starting to make me feel like, how does Luffy know about mythology? Like, how is he able to grasp that there's a deity of some sort from another culture? You know what I'm saying? So I understand that Oda could just make these names out of nowhere, but Luffy's always named his attacks after stuff that he knew of. So this makes me start to think again about my theory regarding, is the Hito Hito no Mi's necessarily intersecting with Luffy's own will or his own knowledge? Because Chopper grasps knowledge, right? So as I brought this up before, maybe this fruit itself is giving him some sort of like enlightenment to know more. He just doesn't know it though, because he's partial fruit, partial him, and it's like being combined. So like out of nowhere, he just starts saying monkey god. It's weird.
So I get what you're saying with that. It's just like there was always going to be an elevation of what the attacks were called. You know what I'm saying? Like Luffy saying monkey god in English, that you're not thinking Hanuman or Sun Wukong. It's just Luffy saying monkey god gun.
He could.
But the fact that
we seen him say red rock. He could have just said mountain rock.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? Like he could have did that. That's bigger.
I mean, you it could be right. You could be right.
I'm just saying, out of nowhere, he just starts naming mythical deities. I'm good, yo. I'm starting to think like it's just he's being enlightened by this fruit for sure.
No, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. It could be that as a possibility, but it could also be like, for example, Luffy. He seems more like a monkey. It's even in his name, his family name, right? And now Luffy also alluded to like at the pinnacle of his strength. Like I'm at his strongest, and this is his strongest attack. So he could have chose that as like the highest.
But how would he know that, bro?
No, but he said he felt like at his peak. Remember earlier when he first transformed, he said at his peak. Remember, like his peak strength.
I'm going with the idea that he just doesn't know what anything is, and he's just doing everything off the fruit.
Honestly, this might be my favorite super chat in a minute. It's from Straw Hat Dash, man.
Dash, what's up?
Dash gave us a $20 super chat. It says
Dash. No $20.
Oh man,
Jesus.
It
bro.
says that One Piece talk is the greatest One Piece media outlet ever created.
Hey, Dash.
Dash, we appreciate you.
Dash.
Much love.
Much love, brother. Also, you donate $20 again next time I see you, I'm fighting you.
It's funny because I was gonna
site.
call out that he was in the chat because I just peeped that he was in the chat and then he donated like right after.
This dude, man. Glad to have you, Dash. Hey, Marv, let's start doing those phone calls, man.
Yeah, man. Call up, y'all.
Yeah, we're putting the number in the chat right now. We have 16 minutes. Go off. Do your thing. Oh, I give the chapter an 8.2 out of 10, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, replace
it. Yeah, replace it. Sorry, y'all. Some technical difficulties. Oh, got a call?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
What's up, fellas? It's Aaron Tate.
Hey,
My guy, Aaron. What's up, man?
Back at it again.
What's going on, man? I got a question for y'all. This is something I've been thinking about since, I think, yesterday. I was wondering, will you guys be disappointed if we never get to see Luffy display that monstrous strength that we see from people like Kaido and Big Mom. Because like when people reference Kaido and Big Mom or any of the emperors, they always describe them as monsters, or they always describe their strength as monstrous. So do you think we'll ever get this satisfaction of seeing that from Luffy, like being able to one-shot quote unquote strong opponents?
I mean, eventually, yeah, he's gonna get to that point. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I mean, it will happen. He has to become bigger than Roger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to happen. It has to happen. He won't be one-shotting Kaido or anybody like that, but he definitely one-shot like Dofi, because we think he can one-shot Dofi now. He's definitely gonna one-shot Cracker. Can he one-shot like King, Marco,
Cat?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, but he's still getting stalled by side characters who are nowhere near his level.
Oh, you just mean like, is he ever gonna be looked at serious enough where this is a thing? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like where ulti doesn't stop him. Where
Yeah.
he's like not
Correct.
joking around enough where an ulti will never
Or
be
like
able to.
Apu can knock him out.
I feel you.
Right. Or even if he's holding back, like he has enough strength to be able to like there's no reason why Batman should have stalled him. You know what I mean? Like that just makes no sense to me. To be honest, I really don't think Oda has handled his progression very well to me. Just because it seems like every power up that he gets never really gives him the upper hand or any real advantage over whoever his opponent is. Like when we saw Snake Man for the first time, it took Katakuri no time for him to be able to counter what he was doing. Even now with Gear 5, you know, you really still get the feeling that Kaido's going to win again. Like you never, ever since the time skip, with the exception of 40 Jones, none of his power-ups, well, you can kind of argue Dofi, but none of his power-ups have really felt like it's giving him the upper hand against his opponents. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's true.
I do.
That's true.
I don't know if we'll ever get it just because of Oda's writing style. You know what I mean? But even if I think he could do it to somebody, I don't know if we'll ever get it in that light just because how Oda writes Luffy and how he interacts with characters.
But that's also Aaron's question. It's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
would we be disappointed that it never happens?
Nah.
You wouldn't be?
A little bit. I had a theory that he one-shots
Little
Jack,
bit.
but you know what I'm saying?
I think I'd be disappointed.
Yeah, I would be too.
What about you, Law?
Because I mean, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, honestly, I think we will get it, but the reason why we don't get it as much is all, I wouldn't say due to Oda, but I guess you could say it because it's due to Luffy's own personality. And I'm gonna go back because I said it before, where Zoro checked Luffy for like not taking the New World seriously, right? Like when Zoro found out that he lost to Caesar or whatever it was, he was like, "Really, Luffy? Like Luffy just has no business losing to you." But we see Luffy, like I said, able to one-shot people. Because what I'm saying is, like, remember back at Dressrosa, I don't know if you guys remember this, when Luffy was entering the tournament, when he was disguising himself as Lucy, when Luffy made the mistake of saying his own name, everyone got afraid. They go, "He's what? Don't scare me like that. If you said Straw Hat Luffy was here." All of them were shook. So all of them feared the name or recognized that Luffy was, like, a credible or someone that they wouldn't want to take on, you know? So one thing is, like, with that danger, it all comes to, like, because, like, for example, like, another rival of Luffy, Bellamy, yes, but it's pre-time skip, but he's supposed to be another Luffy rival. When Luffy took that seriously, he one-shotted Bellamy, you know? It all comes to, like, you could put Luffy to that extent, he's capable of one-shotting even people who are supposed to be his rivals. But Luffy's more of a carefree, lax spirit, where he could, like, he downplays himself as in, like, he'll mess up or not really focus, where you would, like, Caesar would get the upper hand on him, and why Zolo was like, "Yo, get serious." Because the same people that, for example, with Horty Jones, right? Zolo speed blitzed Horty Jones in water. Luffy should be able to, not in water, he's an ability user, but would be able to do that. But Luffy's so carefree, while Zolo's being serious, Luffy's not, what allows him to let his guard down and get the upper hand on him. So you know how, like, Blackbeard, his own arrogance allows him to do it? Luffy's carefreeness allows that to happen, so we don't see it as much. But when Luffy's serious, I think he'll be able to do it. And that fear that people have in him as his monster strength, we'll get that as well. That's my thoughts.
All right.
I hope you're right, brother.
Aaron, appreciate the call, man.
Aaron, much love, bro.
Yeah.
Always, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love how you keep getting back into here.
Oh, good night, man.
He got a secret
stay
line.
ready.
All right, Eric,
Have a
take
good
care, man.
You too. Have a good one. Appreciate you.
Yo, Larry, you're not gonna appreciate this, but I had this mini trolling theory when we were talking about Big Mom coming to Elbaf, and I was saying that Shanks and Luffy are gonna send her flying, like they did to Mr. Five and what was her name, with the umbrella. When they,
I don't know.
They interrupted the fight.
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Hey Larry, it's Dash.
My God, Dash. Yo, Dash, don't disrespect me by donating $20, bro.
This is a little off topic, but I really want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. I just thought of this. Do you guys think that Garp and Dragon have any connection to Joy Boy, like Luffy does?
I mean, they're D's, so there got to be something there, right? I suppose.
Besides that, that's true. They are D. They are D's, but besides that.
Well, if my theory rings true that there's Joy Boy candidates, then I would think that Dragon might have been a Joy Boy candidate between him and Shanks, since they seem to be around the same age or same time frame. Like, he would be considered probably a Joy Boy candidate at some point before Luffy was born.
And what about Garp?
Well, this is the thing about Garp. As much as we appreciate Garp and think like he may have Conqueror's haki, he still allows himself to be controlled by higher ups, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he would ever be able to change the world itself in some shape or form just based on him being able to take orders from somebody else above him.
Right. I was gonna say the same thing.
Right.
Does
Yeah.
you getting a Street Fight or something? What's happening back there?
No, but I think I might get into one with Larry because I'm about to send another 20.
Yo, you better not, bro. You better not.
Dash, we love you. When you coming back on the show,
Lawrence have
man?
any thoughts on Garp and Dragon?
What do you think, Law?
So I was just thinking about were you going on like family line or like heritage, like why Luffy was chosen as Joy Boy to for including Dragon and Garp? Were you thinking along those lines? Dash?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Kind of.
That's interesting because I always thought of like what does Joy Boy has to play with the D family, because we are guessing or assuming that Joy Boy's a D, but we have no real actual confirmation that he is, you know. But it makes the most sense because the way the lore around the D, right? The D family, the D name. Shut up. The D name of Joy Boy, you know, like usually someone special, usually they're from the D family, like changing the world or whatever. Lose that. I can't with you anyway. So and part of that is like Garp probably knows the history, he knows like what he plays a part. I don't know, because it kind of just seems like he's hanging back. Dragon seemed like he'll more act on it if he knew, because he's legit trying to change the world for the better. And like he's kind of doing what Luffy's doing, but in a different way. Because Luffy's doing something like helping people achieve their dreams or liberating them, but Dragon's also fighting the world government, literally liberating people from the oppression of the world government and other stuff like that. So
That's what makes me think he might be a candidate.
Yeah.
But
Right.
he's not a candidate anymore.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
'Cause it's his son. So which is interesting.
Okay.
I wonder if they have to be. Do you have to be a pirate to
This
be
is
Joy Boy?
that's the main question. Like, do you need, in order to be the Joy Boy, do you need the Hito Hito no Mi Nika fruit?
Yeah.
Or is it just
Yeah, that's
in
exactly what I was
you?
thinking.
Yeah, like, is it just in you yourself? Like, are you just born with it the same way you're born with Conqueror's Haki? It's 1 out of a million for
guess-
Conqueror's Haki,
Guess
right?
we gonna find out.
So
I hope it's not. You have to have the fruit. I hope it's not, because I feel like that would take away from Joy Boy, like what Joy Boy is.
same.
yeah, I don't know. Yo, Dash, much love to you, brother. Thank you for calling.
Yes, all right. I want to leave you guys with one last thought. I'll make it really quick. This is probably not going to happen, but I think it would be really cool since Zunisha is a Joy Boy's companion, and Joy Boy probably knew how to fight, so Zunisha probably knows how to fight. And I think it would be cool if Zunisha takes that giant sword on Onigashima and slices up Onigashima into little pieces like Mihawk did in Stampede.
Damn, yo.
That would be pretty cool. Like with their tree trunk?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
swinging
yeah.
it.
But yeah, all right, guys. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Dash.
Hey, thank you,
Dash.
Dash.
Anytime. When you coming back on the
Love you
show,
guys.
man?
Yo, that One Piece talk is the greatest.
Appreciate you, Dash.
Oh man, we did get a $10 super chat from Captain J Subs. It says Buggy's still the GOAT.
Yo, refund your $10, bro.
Thank you so much.
This is that One Piece talk. This is Larry speaking. Who are you and how are you?
Boys, Trick, how y'all doing?
Trick beat Par. Oh man, Par's sick.
What's up, man? How's it going, Trick?
Oh, it's going great now that I beat Par.
Yo, y'all don't understand. They were competing for who was gonna call in so hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, Par's heated, bro. All right, go, Trick.
All right. So I posted this a little bit earlier in the chat, but do you guys think that Kaido is going to die? And if so, who kills him?
Oh man.
One Piece characters don't die, especially in the present timeline. Pedro's still alive. I'm
Come
convinced.
on, man. Don't say that. Don't say
So-
that. Don't put that evil out there.
I don't think Kaido
Don't do
will
that.
die, but I do think that he will get captured. But if he does die, it got to be by Zunisha throwing that sword around.
Nah, but that would be probably epic, bro. Like, if he dies, it has to be in like a pathetic fashion, right?
Oh, yeah.
So like,
Oh, definitely.
either he lives and like is just stuck and can't do anything, or like he falls into the ocean and like he can't die from drowning because he's a fish.
Yeah.
But he's just stuck in the ocean. He can't do anything like Jack was. Or he dies in a like epically pathetic way.
Yeah.
So those are the two. Like I don't know what the other option for like him living is, but like that's how I see it. Either he dies in a pathetic way, or he falls in. He gets knocked into the ocean, and like he's just stuck, and he's like a giant fish, and he's just there forever. So like,
Honestly, I've been thinking about this too. Like with Kaido, if he loses, what happens with him? Like I don't see him just being captured, or just sitting idle. Like kind of like you kind of have to
Right.
kill him, right? Well, going that question,
Yep.
who kills him? Honestly, I think it has to be Momo. That would make because like also too like how he views Momo and everything. Like
that'd be pretty pathetic.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. How he views
Pretty cool.
Momo. Momo's like, nah, I'm taking you down, and just like uses that sword that his father gave him, and kills Kaido. Like, I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but if, for example, Iroi,
I could picture it where, you know how Goku beat Vegeta? And like Vegeta's like crawling to the pod, and then Krillin has a sword, and he's like, "Yo, I'm just gonna end him." And then Luffy's like, "Nah, don't kill him." I could picture it happening that way, where Momonosuke is the dude with the sword about to kill him, and then Luffy tells
Luffy
him not
better
to.
let him get his shanks off,
Because they could
bro.
use the voice of all things. Remember? Because they could talk to each other telepathily. That's what Goku and Krillin were doing.
all this stuff this dude did. You better let me get my stabs in, bro.
you think Luffy will stop him?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Larry, I got the answer for you. It's going to save you because you're going to get that flashback. After Kaido gets his ass beat and is crying on the ground, now he's going to go into flashback mode and he's going to realize that, wait, no, I want to live. I'm not going to blame my life on depression. I really want to live. And then Big Mom's going to show up and just suck his soul because he's
Oh
afraid
man,
of death.
yes, that would be great. I would love that.
Would be so crazy.
What do you mean by suck his soul out? What do
You
you mean
know
by that? What do you
exactly what I
mean by
mean.
that?
Keep it clean,
What do you
y'all.
mean by that?
Yo,
You know
that,
exactly what I mean. She's getting that power up.
she to preserve her own life. She's like, I'm dying. She's like, Kaido's.
Yo, I'm with that, bro.
That would be.
I'm with that.
Then that means that she has 2 devil fruits then, right?
I don't know.
Is that?
But
Can she
why
take
not?
don't know
Oh,
if that
bet. Yo,
works
Trick
that
wants Big Mom to get even better, yo. Shout out to you, yo.
You're right.
Sebastian
Trick
gonna hate you,
Trick
bro.
loves
She's
Big Mom.
terrifying, man.
Let's
She
go.
loves Big Mom.
Let's go. Sebastian gonna be sick.
Nah, I was all for what he just said.
He gonna be like, damn, yo.
Cause she need it.
A woman really doing good in One Piece right now, bro.
Cause she need it.
Can't believe it. Never thought I'd see the day women were doing better in this show, bro.
I can't.
Sebastian gonna be
Listen, man.
sick.
Listen, I
There's
don't
gonna
hate
be some
Big Mom.
hocus pocus on his ass.
We gonna see.
Yo, Big Mom got knocked back to her crew that never showed up, so she's gonna be still alive.
We'll see, bro. We'll see.
Well, anyway, Trick, you're amazing, man. Thank you so much.
You guys have a good one, man. Great show as always.
Thank you,
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you too.
We did get one more super chat from Roanoke Chris.
What do you say?
Yo, Chris said, just say a number. Wano ends on chapter blank. So what chapter y'all think Wano ends?
1102 or 1097? One of those two.
1200.
What?
Whew.
You think we're getting
Another
another
100 chapters?
52 chapters?
152
You said the same number, man.
Oh man, I'm.
If Luffy
That's too
loses
much.
again,
That's too much,
If Luffy
bro.
loses again, then the
That's too
feast.
much.
Then the feast.
That's too much.
That's
Then
too
the
much, bro.
feast.
There will
Then the
be a
world
lot of
government.
exposition and
then,
stuff.
If you talk about Kaido's backstory,
Bro,
Luffy loses.
you said 152 chapters.
I'm gonna go 1135, which is still a lot, but damn, bro, you added like 70 chapters to that.
That is a lot. But
Anyway, that's it for the show, guys. Sorry for not taking your call, Par. I know they were trying to keep you out in the chat. Yo, what's going, chat? Why are we not doing that to Par, man? They said, no, we not letting Par talk.
savage.
Yeah, you guys are so savage. I just want to say thank you guys for staying here and chatting it up with us and calling up and, you know, just always being here every week. It truly makes me feel inspired and grateful. I say this every episode. It's just a nice feeling to have people in the chat doing what you guys do, and also in our Discord where we see a lot of the action as well. So I do want to say thank you. If you haven't liked the video, please like the video. If so, share it with your friends and stop donating so much money, or yo, you're just gonna have to see me with the hands, bro. That's it. Like, I'm gonna invite you to the studio, get your time in, and then we just gonna throw down on camera.
Get some gloves on.
Yeah, but anyway, our second channel is gonna be where we're gonna be posting these clips of this episode. So if you haven't followed it, it is in the description. Arigato to everybody. This is that One Piece Talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Seb.
Jana.